Hey women, it's the Sassy Lotus here, sitting beside Boulder Creek, feeling really blessed and really full. Today I want to talk about something that is hard to really find words for. I've been sitting here really thinking of what I want to share, and it's spirituality. It's until I found this path in my life, I just didn't really feel connected. I felt really alone, if you can relate to that. And spirituality means many different things to many different people. But in other countries that I've traveled to, where there is a sense of spirituality being embedded in the culture, you feel it. It's a palpable difference in the culture when there is an honoring of what is past. There is an honoring to the connection, to the breath, to the body, to the life, to the earth, to our ancestors who've come before. And I feel that this is sometimes missing. This is missing in our culture often. I think that it's why, sorry, I have pine cones up my butt. I think that it's why yoga and meditation have become so popular in our country, is this longing for connection, this longing to connect, to write this moment, to honor what is sacred right here. And as I step into this conversation, I notice that for me, letting go and spirituality come hand in hand. And letting go was one of the hardest things. It's going to be one of the great lessons I learned in this life, is to trust. It's to trust that something bigger has got me, and to trust that something bigger is breathing me, as it is for each one of us. And like this river, to allow myself to flow down the river of life without swimming upstream and trying to make everything the way that I think it should be. And now this is human. This is human. And it's also why I'm really excited to share this lesson, this teaching with you, sisters, because it's a game changer. Now, every day, everything that I notice, I'm holding on really tight to. Everything I notice that I really have got my big idea of how it's supposed to go. Like for me, being a parent, finding my partner, these things have been just way too big for me to handle. And I've had to really let go and trust and surrender each day. And so each day, as I sit in meditation, I have a little prayer that helps me, a meditation that helps me. One of them is to be guided throughout my day, to be led to the right people, to the right conversations, and to trust that everything will unfold as it should be, and to guide my steps, to guide my thoughts, to guide my actions towards that. Another, like the St. Francis prayer, I don't have that one on me, although it is, make me an instrument of thy peace. Make me an instrument of thy love. Where there is sadness, let me bring thy light. Where there is pain, let me bring joy. Let me seek rather to be comfort than to be comforted. To understand rather than to be understood. But one that I do know of is, I offer myself to thee, to build with me and to do with me as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self, so that I'm better do thy will. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness to those I would help, of thy power, thy grace, and thy way of life. May I do thy will always. And with this blessing, this helps me get out of the way. When I stepped on this path, I could have never said that blessing. That was just way too edgy for me. So listen, let this video be, spirituality 101. Let this breath be where you start. And all I ask is for this small time together, try to just suspend doubt, just suspend judgment, and just let yourself be with whatever's true for you. One way to connect to spirit is to connect with those who have passed that you love in your life. I have a grandmother who's on the other side, who's a great teacher to me, and I miss her and I love her. And so she's kind of my connection to the other side. Who's yours? Hold them in your heart and let us sit. Find your seat and close your eyes. And let your breath deepen. Let it widen. Let it fill in. And let yourself empty out. Connecting with this great breath, this great spirit that is breathing us. It's unknown. Humbling ourselves with the great mystery of this life. See if you can bring the breath all the way down into the body, filling yourself completely up with this light, with this unconditional love. And then exhaling, letting everything go. And then soften inward, finding that sweet space inside where the breath is breathing you. This breath that is breathing me is also breathing you. It's breathing these plants. We're all connected through this great earth that we sit on and under the same sky. In this moment, just feeling your connection. Imagine you could let your skin dissolve a bit and you could just get really big with your attention, letting yourself dissolve into the spirit realm. Just getting really big. Letting go of the boundaries for right now. Continue to breathe. Continue to bring your focus back to each breath. Softening inward, being gentle if there's anxiety that's making it hard to stay here in this moment. Just letting it, try to hold that anxiety. Be kind to that anxiety. Man knows I understand that. And let us start with an Om, bringing your hands into prayer. Take a big breath in. one breath at a time. Taking in all the sounds of life around you. A way that I see spirituality in action is through the social nervous system. Keep breathing as I talk to you. The social nervous system is at play when we see birds. Birds, how quickly one startles and they all startle. And they all take off. And then to see them flying together where you can't really tell who's leading. They're all moving together. And I've heard with geese that when one falls back, when it gets sick or it goes slow, a whole group will come back so that no one is left behind and that they're always flying with someone. I also see that we have this ability as humans to be in touch with our social nervous system. You feel it in a yoga class when you're all breathing together. You also feel it when I feel it as a group therapist, when one person is in their process and everybody begins to breathe with that person, and that person no longer holds their pain alone. Now, in these bodies, in these minds, we think that we are alone, and it is so painful. So just for a moment, feel the many others that are breathing with you at this moment. Feeling the others that are feeling lonely at this moment. The others that are feeling angry, that are feeling like celebrating life, that are feeling like hiding in shame. And just letting yourself feel connected to those others. This breath that is breathing us is unconditional love. When we hold our breath, when we stop breathing, we resist this life that is breathing us. Oftentimes, when we just start to begin breathing deeply, we notice that grief comes up. Grief is one of the most natural parts of life, like sweating, like peeing. Grief is an important part of life. We grieve in order to love, to honor what we've loved. Now we're in a culture that doesn't grieve. I've just come from a community grief ritual. It was so magical. I grieved with many, many others who have lost, who have let go, who are just honoring the places that they're not, the people that have gone, the relationships, the children, the grief. It was so beautiful to be in that river of life. It's so important to honor this part. For years I hid from my grief. I hid from it. I was so afraid that if I started grieving I would never come out. And I really thought that how I'd been taught that it wasn't okay to feel how I felt. I'm here to tell you, sister, you won't die. These feelings have a wavelength of energy, and they will roll through you, and you will be washed upon a new shore once you feel these feelings. So let's just take a moment, take a few minutes here to honor the feelings and to feel connected right now to your sisters, to your brothers, to your grandmothers, to your mothers, to those who've come before. to the spirit realm that we can't see, but is around us all the time, that maybe we feel, maybe we've had an experience. Honoring all of it, not closing off, not sharpening out to some part of our experience and saying, no, I can only feel this. Can only take in what I see to be real. There's an entire other part of this, the energy realm, that we can't see. Some people see spirit animals and this other realm. I don't, but I feel it. What's your relationship with this other realm? Just closing our eyes and bringing in our friends of spirit, bringing in our ancestors, bringing in those who've come before, our guides on the other sides. We open to you. We bow in gratitude to you. We feel the deep honor that it is to be here on this planet, to be able to do something about, to be able to touch each other, to be able to speak to each other. We call upon our ancestors to support us in doing our work here on the planet. May we get out of the way, may we trust, may we surrender to life. May we let our bodies be as they are. May we let ourselves be healthy in body, mind, and spirit. May we let ourselves be loved, and may we deeply love each other as we are here to do. I've heard that as you come to the end of your life, you're able to see love like an entity, a physical entity that connects us. A woman who's dying, she's able to see the people who are caring for her. She's able to see their love being left behind. What do you love? What do you care about? Let yourself love it. Grief is part of praise. When I praise what I love, I'm also honoring the grief and honoring what I love. If that made any sense. The river is flowing, flowing and growing. The river is flowing down to the sea. Oh, mother, carry me, your child I will always be. Oh, mother, carry me down to the sea. The moon is rising, rising and waning. The moon is rising inside of me. Grandmother, carry me, your child I will always be. Grandmother, carry me down to the sea. Bringing your hands into prayer and bowing to this great teacher within, this heart teacher. This teacher that feels everything, that loves wholeheartedly. Bowing to each other, honoring the teachers in each one of us. Then reaching our arms up to the sky in gratitude to this great teacher that is breathing us this great mystery that we can't even put words to, or we don't even know. We want to know, but we don't know. Thank you for our lives. Thank you for our paths, each one of us. Thank you for the way that we are moved, called towards our path, called towards those things that we love to do, and away from those things we don't like to do. Help us to listen to our bodies. Help us to listen to our yes and our no. Help us to honor our friends, our hearts, to receive our food, to love our bodies as they are. Thank you. So women, this concludes this video from Sassy Lotus to you. What do you need to let go of? Or what do you need to honor more of? Sending you love from my heart to yours. Namaste.